What's good, people? Welcome back to my channel. It's Jem here. I'm carrying on with the ScrumMaster Screw-up theme. I'm going to talk about the time that I forced a developer or developers to demonstrate their work at the sprint review. I know how that already sounds. You might be thinking, how can asking developers to demonstrate their work at a review be a bad thing? Isn't that what you're meant to do in Scrum? And doesn't that come with some great intrinsic motivation benefits when people demonstrate their work? All true. But as always, context matters. Way back when, two teams that I joined, they weren't using Scrum. We started to introduce the events with some other Scrum Masters. So there's about maybe 6 Scrum teams and our 3 Scrum Masters. And when a sprint review was explained, it was explained as it is in the guide, something to the tune of, guys, we want to have a space in time where we demonstrate the work that we've completed back to our product owner and the stakeholders and whoever else wants to be there from the organization. Yeah, we get to take on some of their feedback. We understand if we're hitting the mark with the work that we're delivering. If not, how do we change direction? What does our learning tell us about what we're doing with this product or this service we're trying to deliver? As well as understanding how what we've delivered affects our roadmap. Sprint review, right? Bread and butter basics. Now, speaking to one of the teams, it made sense. Not everybody responds to things in the way that you understand enthusiasm, right? Some people are a bit more introverted, more extroverted in different scenarios. But everybody seemed to understand and everybody was given an opportunity to ask questions. When the sprint review started happening, I noticed that certain developers or a certain developer at the start wasn't showing up. And when they were showing up a bit late. Now, it kind of frustrated me and it irritated me because this is your opportunity to, see the fruits of your labor, play it back to the audience, show everyone your hard work. From that point of view, you're totally well intended. And we all know about Dan Pink's work on intrinsic motivation, the ideas of, purpose, mastery, autonomy. If people are able to showcase the work that they've delivered and you've got the customer there to tell you how it's going to impact the business, and you've done your best work, all of these things are great for your sense of purpose and autonomy, and if you've been given the right time to do your work well, and mastery. So in my head, I'm like, why is this person not taking me up on this opportunity? What's the problem here? In the retrospectives, it was brought up and we remind people and say, look, this is really important. We need to be on time. We want to be there. We want to be present. We want to give the right perception. It's our opportunity to demonstrate what we've done. Why would you not want to do that? What surfaced over the weeks or the month or two that passed was it felt a little bit too direct. And this is the feedback that I got from one of the developers who was looking outside in a bit. Instead of asking individuals to demonstrate their work, why don't you just ask the team and, we'll figure it out. And that kind of took me aback a little bit. And I was like, why would you guys make a big deal about me asking you to demonstrate your work? But what it turned out into was not every single person felt comfortable being in a forum with 60 people in the audience demonstrating their work. And they found that a little bit challenging for their own individual reasons. And I'm not saying don't step out of your comfort zone, but from a point of empathy, I started to understand, okay, perhaps the question should have been to the team, okay, guys, what have we delivered this week? Amongst yourselves, figure out who wants to demonstrate it. Maybe some developers want to pair up. One person drives and the other person's there giving some commentary. Maybe sometimes someone else will demonstrate on their behalf. Assuming that every single person gets their sense of purpose in the same way that other developers do or that you do, it could be not very useful. How do I know, or how did I know that a developer didn't get a sense of purpose when they got their work done during the sprint and they demoed it to their peer who was pairing up with them, or if the product owner had seen the work during the sprint in flight? I didn't know. And also another thing to consider is that when you're introducing Scrum to new teams and individuals, everybody does things at their own speed, and perhaps they don't want to be the direct focus when they're demonstrating. Maybe it is too much for them. Maybe they do need that kind of team support and they want to do it together. But my assumption was that people surely they want to demonstrate, surely they want to be in the limelight. And it doesn't always work that way, right? So rather, remember, the role is not called developer in Scrum, it's called development team. And I think that's because you're there to manage, support, guide individuals within that system as a team, and putting it out to the team, let them figure it out. This doesn't mean you should feel like you're walking on eggshells and, you know, you should be afraid to ask things because you're going to get things wrong, because you will get things wrong. The point still stands to not assume that everybody feels that need of purpose in the same way, and that everybody is ready for the rate of change you expect them to be. So put it back to the team, ask them how they like to do it. The goal is to demonstrate the work, let them figure it out. I hope that was useful. It'd be really cool to know if you've dealt with this nuance before. Please like and subscribe. I will see you soon for the next Scrum Master Screw-up. Thanks.